Hi, so I just want to make this quick video. Although I say quick, and when I start, it could be longer than I expect. But it's really this video has been really inspired through a comment that I received recently. When someone was asking me about repeating numbers and what they meant, but then also saying that it was kind of astounding to them that some people don't even notice the signs and synchronicities which are being shown to them. And he was kind of just posing the question, is that just because they don't notice, or is it just not happening for them? And the truth is about this is that, yeah, many people are unaware of the magic that surrounds them every single day. It is magic to be on this earth, to be a part of this physical creation. Our souls, our spirit created these vessels. These vessels are gifts from the source. They are the source, infused into every aspect of the body. And these bodies are gifts so that the soul, the spirit, can come into the body and experience a physical creation. It is magic. Everything in this world is magic. But many people can't see that magic because of subconscious programs. Because from birth, people have been programmed not to see what is right in front of them, right? To really believe that seeing is believing, right? And their belief systems have been programmed to a way so that they can't see the magic, because that's not actually true, right? It's not seeing is believing. The actual truth is believing is seeing. What we believe is what we see, because our beliefs create a filter upon the eyes. So if we have a certain set of beliefs, then that's what we're going to see and experience in the world, is what we're going to project out onto the hologram, and that's going to be mirrored back to us to experience that. So much of, since birth, there has been a lot of effort and energy put into programming us, through media, through the schooling system, through culture, through religion, through science, through anything, you name it. We have been programmed not to see the magic that is around us, not to realize we are these spiritual beings having a human existence, that we are all united as one, that we are all part of the one source organism, that our bodies are like a cell of the source body, that our body itself is like its own planetary system. So those beliefs, which most people are unconscious to, they're not aware, right? A lot of stuff to do with the spirit is ridiculed. We see magic on TV, these magic shows, and they are illusions, and that's there to program us to think that magic is an illusion, but magic is not an illusion. There might be illusions on the TV, but magic is real, and it happens every single day. And when we start to, all we have to do is actually open up to that. So the reason why people in the mass collective, although I say that is changing, actually that is absolutely changing. So many people are starting to wake up now, because we're getting lots of extra light from source. Light codes are coming in. Those frequency fences that were once around the planet, keeping us in quarantine on this planet, trapped on this planet, well, they have been pierced, baby, and light is coming in at a speed that has not been experienced on this planet for a long time, and people are awakening organically. So more people are going to be becoming aware that the world is magic, that they are magic, that they actually create their own reality. They co-create reality with source, that what they're experiencing is literally a mirror of their belief systems. So people are starting to become aware more. But when people are not aware, it's because they have been programmed away from the self, right? Away from the true self. Everything keeps everyone outside of the self and makes them believe that unless you can see it physically, it doesn't exist. But that's not true. Like, think about it this way, right? What is a belief, right? A belief, you can't see a belief. It's not physical, you can't see it. You can't touch it with your hands. It's an energetic program. It's a geometry. It's an energy that lays itself down up on our consciousness, and then creates what we see. So when we've got a belief, let's say we have a belief about ourselves that we are not good enough, which is a huge consciousness virus that is programmed into us since birth, and we carry this from many lifetimes as well, and it gets passed down generationally through our families who also believe this about themselves. So let's say you have a belief that you are not enough, right? This is one of the core beliefs that I carried from being young, and to be honest with this belief, this is my ally now. This became my ally when I realized it was because of this belief that I started to go inwards and start to question and start to find my light. So it's through the darkness, the pain, the suffering that belief caused that it actually allowed me to find my light. So that has become one of my greatest allies, but it takes us time to get to that point. But I digress. Let's go back. A belief, right? I am not good enough. You cannot see that with your eyes, but yeah, has so much power over your existence. It has so much power over the way you feel in your body, which has power over the vibration that you are sending out into the universe. It has power over the thoughts that you play on repeat, which are being sent out into the universe to draw experiences into your reality that are in alignment with that vibration and those thoughts, right? It's like a command to the reality. I believe I'm not good enough. Here comes an experience to show us that belief. Why is it showing us that belief? It's showing us that belief as a mirror so that we can start to see it, so we can become aware of it, so that we can heal it and transform it and transmute it with our light, which is the true soul self. So that belief, whilst you can't see it, it's like someone's got a hand on your chest and is stopping you from moving forward. If you believe you are not good enough, then you are not going to follow what's in your heart. So there may be somebody that you are being guided to connect with, but you believe that you are not enough. You believe that you are going to be rejected and abandoned. So you stop yourself from speaking to that person. You stop yourself from making those steps. Perhaps you're in a job and you absolutely hate it and it's miserable for you, but you believe that you are not good enough. So you tell yourself, I can't get another job. There's nothing better out there for me. It's like a physical hand on your chest. So when I say it to like that, you can really understand that our beliefs are powerful, and many of them are inherited and many of them are lies. I always point this out and I absolutely love it. It's always there staring us right in the face as we start to awaken, we start to connect to these things, and it is beautiful because the truth is so much more beautiful than the lie. In the word belief is the word lie. Many of our beliefs are lies, are illusions, and whilst you can't see them, they are more physical than the physical, right? So that is why some people can't tune in and not aware of the magic that is all around them and not aware of all the signs, all the synchronicities, how the universe is speaking to them. That's how the universe speaks to us, right? It speaks to us in signs, in synchronicities, in codes that we have to decode sometimes. Sometimes we will get words, sometimes we'll get a feeling, we just know something. Sometimes we're led through a number sequence. There's just all sorts of ways that the universe communicates with us, but we're not going to see that if we believe that that world is not real. We're going to shut it out. It literally puts a film over our eyes so we cannot see. But all we have to do really to start welcoming that magic back into our life is just open up a little bit, be curious about the unseen world, the hidden realms, start to open up to it, start to speak to our guides, start to ask them to bring in signs to guide us. And really the biggest guide is the heart. The heart is the light, shines out the light and it guides you. But you've got to use courage to follow the heart, because you're going to realize that what your heart desires, your mind is programmed against, because we're programmed to stay in the slave system. We're programmed to turn away from our true soul selves, because the slave system needs that to be able to harness our energy. It can't have all these sovereign beings shining their light onto the planet, because they're going to lose control, and that is what is happening now. So those people that are on that path, that are following their heart, that are using courage, that are doing their work, because that's what it involves doing your work, doing your healing work. But what I say, guys, is the healing journey is a fun journey. The journey of awakening is fun. Living in a world of no magic, now that is hell. That's the hell world. So whilst when you are awakening, it takes commitment, it takes devotion. I always say this, right? It takes commitment and it takes devotion to create a life that we absolutely hate to be in. So why not put that commitment and that devotion in a life that we love? When we start to do that, we're going to come up against resistance in the mind that tells us we're not worthy, we're not lovable, we don't deserve that, we should suffer. There's a collective belief out there programmed into us through religious dogma, um, just through loads of different things in media, that makes us believe that it is almost, we should suffer. We're meant to suffer. God wants us to suffer. God does not want us to suffer. God is a benevolent source that loves all of its creations and wants us to thrive, wants us to be abundant, put a light inside of our heart and wants us to follow that light. So as we start to do that, we're going to start to illuminate the shadows that we've repressed, that are like hands on our chest, stopping us from moving forward and living the lives we deserve. But as we got to go on that journey, we start to heal. What we do is we're going on a journey of healing those parts, we're integrating those parts, and it is a beautiful journey, and it brings with it a lot of rewards, a lot of fulfillment. And whilst the path can sometimes be difficult and it's sometimes to be uncomfortable, I always say this: if we avoided being uncomfortable, we'd still be crawling around on the floor. We are so much stronger than uncomfortableness. It's fine to be uncomfortable. It's just growing pains that we experience sometimes, but then we expand and we're receiving miracles and gifts and blessings, and they're showering in to our reality. So, I'd like to, go on that journey. Choose yourself. In choosing yourself, you choose your whole family, you choose the whole collective. In healing yourself and connecting back to that light, that ripples out into the whole collective. So I just wanted to do that short video because it was just inspired to me by someone that left a comment. And the journey that I have been on, of reconnecting, of finding my soul light, of healing so many of these shadows, integrating them, realizing, this is what I get the vision now of the shadows, right? And I'm actually going to release a video maybe this week or next week, depends how long it takes me to pull it together, but about parts therapy, right? We're going to work with all these parts of ourselves that we've created. So I'm not going to go massively into it, but they are parts like not good enough, right? And I get this vision of these parts that have played these let's say these demons in our lives, like we've connected to them as being these like, why do I feel like that? It's so hard. I hate feeling like that. But I realised this a little time ago, but I got this visual that these are our gifts. It's because of these parts that we start to go inside and find our light. It is in the darkness that we search for the light. And then as we find our light, we realise our light is the truth, is who we are. And we realise that those parts of us, what I see them wearing these masks. They've got these masks on of not being enough. And then as we realise who they are, and we look them in the face with our light and realise that's not the truth, it takes off the mask and it's like, ha, surprise, yeah, I'm the light. Underneath that is the light. Underneath all of those parts that we've created through our experiences, that all those shadow selves, all those wounded inner children, underneath them is the light. So as we go on that search for them, because it's been mirrored to us and we're feeling in pain, and it makes us go on that search, we find the light, we connect to the true source light. So actually, I'm going to link a video on inner child, which does some of that work as well, which works with those parts. But I'm going to do an actual video on parts, which I'll release in a week or so, which will also, I always do energy transmission soul masterclasses because I like to teach, I like to activate. These energy transmissions masterclasses, they are helping you to alchemize this density with your light, to get you to change your mindset, even if it's just a fraction, to start allowing that light, that higher perspective to start coming in. As that light, that higher perspective starts to come in, it starts to dissolve these shadow aspects, starts to integrate them back into the self. So the masterclass, but I like to empower people, so that's why I also do masterclasses as well, so you can start to know who you are, start to learn about thyself through your own experience, right? Through experiencing it in the body. And then it will also have a hypnotic meditation, because when we go into the quantum field, well, we are accelerating our ability to integrate and to shift and change these energetic bricks, to actually demask those parts that were just masquerading as the demons, when really they were there to get us to actually expand our light.